Yeah.
Okay. Hi, this is Mary Dean with Big Smile Magazine here with the Koffin Kats.
Hello.
Hello.
Inside the tour bus outside the Juke Joint, Anaheim. So first, let's start off. You guys introduce yourselves.
I'm Vic.
I'm Eric.
That's it. Okay, so you guys formed back about 2003, right?
Yes.
And so how have you guys grown as a band since then? Are you guys about the same or?
Well, I mean, yeah. Obviously, we've gotten a little bit older, and our tastes in music have changed a little bit. You know, never forgetting where your roots are and what you grew up on listening to. But we've also discovered other influences of music and everything. So I definitely think that's probably from the initial, from the first CD up until this most recent release. Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's definitely a change there, but yeah, you can still tell it's us.
Because usually you see bands they grow from the first CD and usually until they're current. Usually the growth in the music.
I would hope things got better at least.
Tighter.
Tighter. I don't know, better, maybe tighter. Yeah.
How has the music scene changed since you guys started playing music?
Well, I mean, it's as far as the punk rock shows and just going out live music in general for for independent touring bands, it's pretty much the same. But since from when we started, I mean, the shows have gotten better for us, just because we've gotten more notoriety. But as far as if you're talking about the psychobilly genre, it's definitely increased in the United States over the last 8 years that we've seen just from being out on the road.
Nice. So what's your guys' writing process like? Is there one person that does music, lyrics, or do you guys all come together?
When it comes to lyrics, I just, because I sing, I just do all the lyrics. It's just easier that way. But when it comes to the music, we all kind of
just stick to our parts, and then if something seems wacky, you just kind of hey, that doesn't seem right.
Yeah,
usually, we're a 3-piece. It's not like we're an 8-piece band or something.
Yeah.
So we usually come to a general that kind of sucks. Let's change that, or something like that.
Yeah, when it comes time to write, I'll get with Eric, and then writing the last record, it was me, Ian, and Eric down in the basement. Well, let's write something, and it just kind of fell out of us. And we've been playing with each other enough that we know that if we're playing a song and it's just not going anywhere, or it's too just lame, we'll just squash it immediately and not waste time with it.
That's cool. So when it comes to practicing, how often you guys do it? Is there a certain place you guys go?
The road has become our practice area now because we play so many shows, and then when we are home, the little time we are home, we try to hit it, in between members traveling back to their hometowns, and that you get it in when and where you can, But for the most part, I think it's just become a daily thing because we're playing shows every day.
Yeah, that's one thing is we could take 3 weeks off and then go down in the basement and play just like we just got done playing a week's worth of shows or whatever. But we definitely set aside practice time for when we change the set list, just to make sure that the set list flows and it's not weird or anything like that. Or if we're bringing in, like what we did for this tour, we brought back some old songs that we hadn't played, like Sleep and Laws of Sanity, so we had to really practice those to make sure that they were down and didn't sound horrible.
Okay, so you guys have a new album coming out in January.
Yes.
Do you want to touch base on that a little bit?
Certainly.
What people should expect?
Well, it's called Our Way and the Highway, and in North America it's going to be released with Sailor's Grave Records. In Europe it's going to be released with I Hate People Records, and it's 14 tracks, and we kind of cover all the bases on it. We got a little punk rock in there, a little bit of psychobilly, some just straight up rock and roll. It's kind of just a well-rounded album, I guess. You can, like I said, you can still tell it's us.
January 24th is the date on it.
Yeah, in stores January 24th. We actually today just got news that Sailor's Grave has announced pre-orders, and they have different pre-order deals. If you want to, order it beforehand, you get some stickers and
get vinyls with it.
Oh, how cool!
Yeah, we're definitely pressing it to vinyl as well. But if you're interested in checking any of that out, you can visit www.sailorsgraverecords.com.
Cool. So, for your current albums and then the new one coming out, what's the difference between that and your first album? Is there?
I mean, I would I would say you can definitely hear a little bit more age in us. If that's maybe a little bit more maturity, I don't know. If anything, we're less mature. No, I mean we've definitely, your first album, we weren't really a band at that point. We were a band, but not playing together, not doing hundreds and hundreds of shows. You definitely kind of figure out what your band is by the time you release your 7th record. And I think we finally figured out what we're doing.
I think this new album too has a lot more experiences as us as a band together on the road. We sing more about stuff like that.
Yeah, it definitely
Interaction with fans and whatnot.
Yeah, lyrically, it's definitely driven more by realistic things that have happened as opposed to the more science fiction edge that the first couple records had.
Cool. So if you guys had to pick a favorite song of your guys', what would you pick?
That's the same. And people ask me what's my favorite CD, and I always get caught up because it's like asking who your favorite child is or something. Or, it's like
sometimes that's probably easy to pick.
I like you over Ian, if that makes sense.
Thank you. I have to say, of the more recent material, the Bottle Called, I was really happy with the way that song turned out.
I like Boozin' too. That turned out.
And Booze Across the Nation, yeah. There are 2 songs that are not only on the new album, but also on a split that we put out with 12 Step Rebels earlier this year.
Speaking of that, I was going to ask you, so you just came out with that split, and did you guys record that together with the band, or did you guys just submit your tracks?
They went into their studio, we went into ours, and
we mastered
put it together. Yeah.
Did you have any interaction with the band?
No, I mean, because they're on the other part of the country, and we're up in Michigan.
We see each other.
Yeah, we see them when we travel through. Nate lives over in Pittsburgh, Philly, and Jacob's over in Albuquerque. So we see them, during the tour, but yeah, not together.
Understandable.